In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on March 20th, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Oklahoma City Thunder versus Orlando Magic. The Oklahoma City Thunder traveled to the Amway Center for an inter-conference road matchup with the Orlando Magic on Sunday night. The Thunder are in the midst of a painful rebuild with only 20 wins on the year. The Magic find themselves in a similar situation, buried at the bottom of the Eastern Conference. Oklahoma City point guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander played 35 minutes 2 nights ago despite having been listed as questionable due to a sore right ankle. Coach Mark Daigneault said he will continue to monitor the injury to Gilgeous-Alexander, who leads the Thunder in scoring and steals while ranking second in assists. With Giddey already out of the lineup, the Thunder are extremely short-handed if Gilgeous-Alexander is unable to suit up. The Magic gave up 134 points to the Pistons, so expect them to show some professionalism and show up for this game. The Orlando Magic aren't a team I back in the favorite role, especially at home, where they lose by an average of 9 points and are 12-22 against the spread. However, the Oklahoma City Thunder are just so bad overall lately, and that includes losing their last 5 games by an average of 14 points. The Magic are at least playing decent ball lately. The Thunder are still without a long list of players, and they are also sweating on the availability of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is questionable, while the Magic will be keeping an eye on Jalen Suggs, who is currently questionable for this one. It's hard to split 2 teams that have been struggling so much, but with the Thunder dealing with so many more injuries, I have to lean towards the Magic to get the narrow win at home behind a bounce-back game from Anthony. So the Orlando Magic to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Thunder and Magic rank 10th and 11th respectively in pace heading into this matchup of 2 bottom feeders. Both clubs are in the middle of a painful rebuild, and both will have high picks in next year's draft depending on some lottery luck. Orlando gave up a staggering 134 points in their last game against the Pistons, so anticipate some regression back to the mean with Oklahoma City rolling in town. The Thunder are dead last in points per game, field goal percentage, and 3-point field goal percentage. Oklahoma City has sputtered offensively, which has helped lead to the under hitting in 35 of their first 70 games, with 2 pushes on the year. The Thunder are 14th in the league in tempo with 98.5 possessions a night. Orlando is in the bottom 5 when it comes to weak offensive attacks in the league this season, which is a major reason why the team has struggled. The Magic have actually seen the total go over the number in 35 of their 70 games this season, with 1 push, despite their offensive issues, which shows that the defense has had issues as well. Orlando is 10th in the league in tempo with 99.4 possessions per game this season. 4 of the last 6 meetings have gone over the mark, but this number seems a bit too high for a pair of teams that are in the bottom 3 in the league in scoring offense. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Phoenix Suns versus Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings will look to pull off a major upset when they host the Phoenix Suns on Sunday afternoon at the Golden One Center. Phoenix has the best record in the NBA by far at 57-14. And picked up another win on Friday by handling the Chicago Bulls 129-102 on Friday to cover as a 4.5 points home favorite. Sacramento was crushed 126-97 at home by the Boston Celtics as a 10.5 points underdog on Friday, and is out of playoff position at 25-47 for the season. These teams have split 2 meetings this season, with each winning a tight game on the road. The Suns hold a 140-99 lead all-time in the regular season. Phoenix is heading into Sacramento with a ton of momentum, while the opposite can be said for the Kings. This season, the Suns are averaging 115.1 ppg and are shooting 48.6% from the field and 36.6% from 3. They also have a point net differential of 8.5. Sacramento, on the other hand, is allowing 115.3 ppg and has a net differential of -5.4, while opponents are shooting 48.1% from the field and 36.7% from three. The shots will be falling for Phoenix, who are also 39-32 against the spread this season, while the Kings are 33-38-1. The Phoenix Suns may be on the road here, but they've caught fire over the last week, winning their last 5 games by an average of 17 points, while shooting 54.7% from the field. The Sacramento Kings have been watching their season fall apart these last couple of weeks, similar to what happened last season. The Kings are losing their last 5 games by an average of 9 points while not playing a lick of defense. Two teams going in different directions here. The Suns are also still without Chris Paul and Cameron Johnson, while Ye Crowder is listed as questionable for this one, and the Kings could be without De'Aaron Fox, who is questionable for this one. The Kings also got completely destroyed by the Celtics in their last outing, and I think we're going to see a similar result against the visiting Suns, who have been on fire lately. So the Phoenix Suns to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. This is a matchup between two teams that like to play fast. The Kings play at a pace of 102.2, which ranks 7th, while Phoenix plays at a pace of 101.8, which ranks 9th. Meanwhile, this season Sacramento is 38-33-1 and hitting the over this season, while Phoenix is 37-34. In Phoenix's last 5 games, they have averaged 239 points, while in that same span, the Kings are averaging 233. The over has cashed in 4 of Phoenix's last 5 and in 5 of Sacramento's last 7. Phoenix is 4th in the NBA in scoring with an average of 115 points per game and has the best field goal percentage in the league at 48.6%. Sacramento is 29th in the NBA in points allowed at 116 points per game and 29th in field goal percentage allowed at 48.1%. Sacramento's offense has at least been able to post respectable numbers in a few categories, and Sabonis can certainly put pressure on opposing defenses with his ability to both score and pass as a big man. The bigger key for this number will be tempo, as the Kings run the 7th quickest pace in the NBA and play some of the highest scoring games across the league as a result of their porous defense. That's going to give a lot of possessions to a Suns offense that is 4th in effective field goal percentage with all kinds of depth, even with Paul injuries. The Suns should put up another huge point total here, and that will be enough to get over the total. The Suns will be able to knock down a ton of shots, including threes, and will likely be in the 130s. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Utah Jazz versus New York Knicks. It's an interconference battle on the parquet floor in the most famous barn in the league, which is in the Big Apple. The Utah Jazz are on the road as they travel to face the New York Knicks Sunday night. Utah comes in off a 121-92 demolition of the Clippers at home Friday night. New York picked up a 100-97 home win over Washington Friday night in their previous contest. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Jazz own a 53-50 advantage and won the last 2 meetings. That includes a 113-104 home win in the first matchup this season on February 7th. New York has its sights set on a second consecutive playoff berth after last season's magical run, but they are falling deeper and deeper out of contention with just a dozen games remaining. They trail the Atlanta Hawks by 5 games for the final play-in spot and will have to face a Utah team that has won 43 games and have their sights set on the 4th seed. The Jazz are going to be shorthanded in this one as Mike Conley, Udoka Azubuike, Daniel House Jr., and Bojan Bogdanovic are all out, while the Knicks are still missing Nerlens Noel and Derrick Rose. The Jazz are coming into this one as the team in better form, but they've run into an improving Knicks team who have really started to turn things around over their past 7 games or so. The Jazz don't have a good record against the spread when playing the Knicks, but with the line so short, I have to give the edge to the Jazz, who looked so good in their dominant win over the Clippers on Friday, and I believe they can bring that momentum into this one. This is a bad spot and a bad matchup for the Knicks, who lack the scoring punch to keep up with Utah's 3-point shooting. Plus, the Utah Jazz are simply the better, more consistent team here, and they win in the favorite role by an average of 8 points. So the Utah Jazz to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Utah, despite ranking 6th in the league in scoring offense coming into this game, has seen the over go just 32-36-2 on the season. The Jazz have seen the under post a 6-2-1 mark in their last 9 games going into this contest. Utah stands 19th in the league in tempo with 97.7 possessions per game on the season. New York is a methodical team when it comes to the tempo, as they are 25th in the league in pace with an average of 96.2 possessions per contest. The Knicks have seen the under hit in 35 of their 70 games on the year. New York has 6 overs in their last 10 games entering this one. In the first meeting, we saw just 217 points between the teams. The Knicks come into this game ranked 27th in pace through the final 2 weeks of March. New York is also one of the 5 worst shooting teams in the NBA and score the 27th fewest points per game with only 106. Utah is more than willing to accommodate the Knicks' slow-moving pace, ranking 22nd of their own on the season. Both clubs have playoff implications with this game. Utah is trying to maintain the 4th seed in the West, and the Knicks are clinging to life at the bottom of the East. That means we'll see a hard-fought defensive battle. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.